Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Dr. Gail, and this is Terry, and this is Kelly. And thanks for joining us, Kelly, today. And I'm going to talk about Kelly just a little bit here, but we're going to get more deep and dive into what she does and her publishing, her Edge magazine. But let me just talk about her a little bit. I'm going to read about her a little bit.
Just
Um,
read.
yes. Kelly
Let's just
Wagner.
do it telepathic. Like, let's just do it through telepathy.
Who's
It'd be
gonna
much
beam
more
her
fun.
up?
Okay, Kelly Wagner is a psychic medium and a transformational guide who helps individuals uncover deeper truths and align with their highest path. Blending intuitive insight with real world strategies, she supports clients in the healing the past, gaining clarity in the present, and stepping into their next level with purpose and confidence. What you sound very impressive.
I sound very impressive. Would you follow me around like wherever I go? And before I walk into a room, you can say that. No, I'm just
With
kidding.
the microphone.
Yes. And Gail is also the publisher of the Edge magazine, which I have a copy.
Woohoo, let's get them up.
Oh, the same one, the Edge
Yep.
magazine, and which Kelly, we're going to let you go ahead. I'm going to say hi to a few people, or actually, I'm going to let Terry. She does a better job at that part of it than I do. I'm so fast and go quickly, and Terry's so nice and easy, and sounds
Oh,
like you want
People
to
that
go.
are giving you guys comments.
yeah.
So cool.
Oh,
Hey,
well, we're so glad
everybody.
you're here, Kelly, right? Leona, hello. Isabel, Warrior Widow, how are you? Nadia, Deb, Tree Shifting Bales. Hey, Oxford Cat. Annie Bear, long time no see. Let's see. Who else is here? Okay. And Suzanne, good to see you. Liz and Awe. Hi, you are in our prayers, Liz. I hope you're feeling better.
Oh, is she
Kat?
okay?
She was having some health issues, so
Okay.
she's in the healing center.
Well, let me pull
Um,
Suzanne up here while you're going through that. She always has a sweet message. Hello, dear Dr. Gail, Terry, Kelly, and the community. I am sending love, hugs to you all. Thanks you, Suzanne.
love that.
Yeah.
Son of what? And Jules is here learning to listen. Nancy Jean is here. Hey, Nancy Jean. Good to see you. And Garnet from UK and A. Scherer. I never pronounce your name right. Amanda and Sharon Foster. Good to see
How do you say
everybody.
it's almost like it should be Acerie.
Acerie. What is that?
I don't know how do you pronounce that? Since
Yeah,
we're
let us
ter-
know because I slay it every time a different way.
yeah.
Serve it up in a pan.
So visual callus, and let's see. Okay, well, let's say hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. And of course, our guest today is Kelly, who is going to be talking about what she does, her talking about her magazine and everything Kelly. So
Are we sure that we want to do everything, Kelly? I just realized, everyone, that I can stream this to my audience as well.
Yeah,
So
go
we're
ahead and
now
stream it.
live. We're live on the Edge platform. Hello, Edge friends, on our Facebook page and our YouTube. So
Oh,
thank you so
dang.
much for this opportunity. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, we're so glad you're here, Kelly.
Oh my gosh.
And
Well,
I'm
where do you
glad
guys want to go? Look at
And
me.
I'm
I'm like, I never get to bounce around like this. Like, I'm like excited. Oh my
So
gosh.
you're streaming to those 4 channels then, because it's my channel and Terry's channel. So you see up there, there's 4 channels being streamed to.
Oh yeah. We're here, there, and everywhere.
Yep.
I mean, like let's not just like stay limited on Earth. Like, let's just tear it up.
Yeah. 4 timelines. There we go.
Well, first I want
Ooh.
to ask you,
Which
Kelly.
ones do you guys want to play in?
Well, I want to first ask you how you got started in all this, your
Okay.
background. What brings you here today, and what brought you to create the magazine?
Oh,
So let's
Oh,
start
you-
from the beginning, because
you
this
wanna go-
audience doesn't know you yet.
they don't.
No.
Oh my gosh. Well,
So
my
just
parents.
like you're just meeting everybody. You're meeting
well.
23 people right now.
Okay. Hi guys. Well, it started back in, I think, probably 1974 when my parents decided to conceive a child. No, I'm just kidding. I'm right there. Well, we found out Dr. Gail said that I was I was a hybrid from a petri dish. So there we go with that one. So I grew up in the Midwest, and my father left a 4th generation steel mill very successful company to go start his own. And so he was an entrepreneur. I promise this makes sense in the timeline. And I grew up as a daughter of an entrepreneurial family. And my dad is, he's not into our world, but you give him anything and he can like tear it apart and make it. I mean, he's so dialed in on so many different levels. And it was just an honor to watch him. So they did that, and I went to school, and I did quote all the normal things. I did have imaginary friends that my parents just kind of were like, hush, don't talk about that. And I was like, okay, like, right. So, um, like normal, like, right. But I always kind of knew things, always played around, always very, very curious. And so the podcast that I have is the Being Curious Show. I love curiosity. I think if the world or the universe all around. Oh my gosh, I have to say, Squirrel. I have been so into Dolores Cannon's books lately. On the one I'm listening to now is on Tapping In with ETs, and that's just fantastic. They're so curious about us, right? So, hello everyone. It's very curious. So, normal, and then went to college. Triple major at the University of Minnesota, rocking it out on every single level. A gentleman, well, he's my husband now. My grandmother before, I'm starting to channel, guys, and I apologize. I'm seeing numbers, I'm seeing colors, but English is just really struggling to come out of the mouth right now. My grandmother, before she died, said that I will come to you in rainbows. And I'm graduating from high school. And we were supposed to be inside. They brought us outside, and then outside weather, Minnesota. We can have all 4 seasons in one day. And right before I walk onto the stage, I get a double rainbow. Super cool. And then the person that hugs me is this casual friend, and his name is Steve Wagner. And he just happened to come to the graduation ceremony and gave me a hug. And then we parted ways. It was just one of those little serendipity moments. And a year or so later, we started dating. And so I've been with my husband since 1995, and he's been my partner in crime on Here, There, and Everywhere. And I'm very, very blessed. I have a partner that is very aligned in our beliefs and at our job. He is our beautiful graphic designer and web designer for The Edge. Wow. So I get to partner with my love. And so backing up a little bit, my parents owned a company, so I was able to really see the highs and lows of entrepreneurship and owning your own business and working for yourself, not for somebody else. So that really helped me, teed me up to want to keep the idea going to own my own business someday. So it's really funny. On my way to this, I worked I sold advertising out of high school or out of college for a local newspaper, which is helpful now. Always wondered why I had that U-turn, because I wanted to go downtown Minneapolis and work at an ad agency and be an account exec. And I mean, that's what I wanted to do. And I'm a bubble machine of ideas when it comes to marketing. When I work with clients now one-on-one, I'm like, I'm a bubble machine. We're just going to turn them on, and some will land and some won't, and they'll just keep on coming. So I'm an absolute bubble machine. Did that for a couple years. Then I worked at Best Buy in the promotions and events department. So right around 9/11, I was at Best Buy, and actually I was on the team with a grand opening for New York. And the day of 9/12, we had the double truck for the Times and the Post, and it was this beautiful graphic that this local artist did of the Twin Towers with headphones on shaking. So I was the girl that got to make the phone call to say, we can't run those ads for 9/11. So that was kind of an interesting one. Really got a lot of information at Best Buy. Then I worked for my dad for 17 years. So designing medical equipment. And that was all 4 seasons in one day. Able to really, really, really learn a lot. And then be the owner's daughter. But I worked really, really, really hard. And my father is a visionary. My father is a Albert Einstein, but I wouldn't say running a business is his in the top 5 strong suits of his gifts and abilities. So we didn't really have a plan. We kind of were out there and growing. And he'd one time go in a meeting and say, let's become a $5 and $10 million a year company. And the next, well, I just want to have this company where I can just kind of live comfortably. So it was really that. And in all of that, I'm coming into my own. I, my husband and I, our conversation about kids, this is a fun one, especially since they came in and they're complete light beings. At about 19, we're like, do you want kids? He's like, nope. And I'm like, yeah, nope. We gave each other a high five. And that was our kids discussion, that we were not going to have kids. And it was just kind of like, okay, right. And so during all of this, my husband and I went down to Mexico when I was 30. And well, let's just say I came home and James was born 9 months later. And then, and I have my daughter, Brindley, who is smarter and stronger and the most amazing. She can manifest anything, and watching her manifest in real time is just a gift. And she doesn't know her gift yet, and we're still working on that. So yeah, worked for my dad, and then I worked for PE firms where we were doing $1 million trade shows and in bagging equipment, and then aseptic sampling. And aseptic sampling is where the U-turn starts to really go. I was working for this family-run company, and I was not the daughter this time. So I was working for the daughter of the company. And aseptic sampling, I mean, how do you describe aseptic sampling? I couldn't find my words. And as I just described, I'm the bubble machine. I can always find something for something. And I couldn't find the words. Then we're in the middle of COVID. So we're working remotely. I started an initiative for customer service. And one day my boss brought me into his office, and he was like, we could be paying a full ad agency for what we're paying you. And I said, Kelvin, you're right. And I was the breadwinner, and I was the insurance holder, and I had 2 kids, and we had a mortgage and all that. And I just looked at him and I was like, you're right. And what was really funny in that moment, I remembered that I had a meeting at 1:00 that day with the amazing Kelly Thiebaud, who was an intuitive, with an appointment that I made like 9 months prior. And I looked at my boss and I said, can I go work from home the rest of the day? And he's like, absolutely. Because he basically just kind of laid it all out for me. So I go into my session with Kelly, and I'm like, Kelly, this is just what's happening. Oh my gosh. And she's like, you knew that was going to happen. You want to be an entrepreneur. You want to be an entrepreneur. You have that frequency. You want to be an entrepreneur. Don't worry about it. And I just kind of like digesting it again in COVID in real time. And then I saw somehow, some way, I went in and I saw that the Edge magazine, which was 30 years old at the time, was up for sale. And it said serious inquiries only. They didn't even have an email address. It was just a phone call. And I remember seeing it around town. So the Edge magazine, and I should have brought an old one, was just the little newsprint that you'd pick up at like the crystal stores or at the Chinese restaurant, or just kind of like all the little funky places. And not knowing that they also had events, and bringing in, now we're talking Minneapolis, Minnesota in the United States in the early 90s. They were bringing in Dolores Cannon. They were bringing in James Van Prague. They were bringing in Greg Braden. They were bringing in all those guys because it was the only show in town doing this. And I didn't know about any of it. So circle back to, I think I'm going to buy the Edge. I go to my mentor, the amazing Maureen Higgins from Wings of Freedom. And she's like, Kelly, you should buy the Edge. You should buy the Edge. I'm like, okay. So we start talking. And then I went to my, the lady that helped me navigate waters with my father from the University of St. Thomas, the amazing Diane Patterson. You know how when you see people and entrepreneurs and idea people, they always have the person right next to them that's kind of their no person, that kind of keeps them on the rails. Well, that was Diane for me, right? And I thought that she would tell me no, because I'm going to go buy a dying woo-woo magazine and like throw everything up in the air. And I threw together a quick business plan. I wasn't going to take loans out. We weren't going to go into debt for it. We weren't going to do anything. And she looked at me and said, I think you can do this. I really think you can do this. And I was like, no poop. Okay, let's go. So we Maureen actually sold us the company, the Community for Higher Consciousness, which is our company, the parent company of the Edge magazine, for $1, and we kicked it off. So what I did is I spent the first 6 months, nobody in the world knew who I was. I just kind of stayed in my little studies in my little group. So I started attending shows and I started to get to know people. Oh my gosh, you guys have so many people, like hello from Colorado. Like, oh my gosh, this is great.
Yeah.
And I just got to know people. And so we're taking the background that I have, we have the magazine, and then we have a podcast. Actually, we have 4 of them on our platform. And then we have all of our digital assets. So we have our social media and our emails and all that fun things. And then experiences. So we do 4 large events throughout the year. And then I'm a part of 3 different retreats going on in the next 6 months. One is in Arkansas. I mean, come on, we're going to go play with the crystals. That's with Teri Peterson. And then I'm with Nina and Sedona in November over the 11/11 portal. And then we're going to Kauai in February 2027 with the amazing Julie and Amber Meyer. So that's the Edge. And that's what we're doing. And oh my gosh, like I say it and I'm like, oh, that's a lot. And I'm constantly moving. I'm constantly grooving. I get to meet people like you. I get to meet people like these beautiful people dialing in. And I'm just so curious. And I can't believe I've just been talking for the last like 4 minutes without breathing and talking. So I'm going to be quiet now. But I'm so honored to be here.
When you
I'm
have
like,
a lot to share, then that you just put it out there.
I did. I just put it out there. Like, right?
I want more information on the Edge magazine and how people can find it, and also how people can find out about the retreats and everything you just put out there, and everybody's going, well, I know she's in the Midwest, but where does she say these things are? How do I get those magazines? How do I go to these retreats?
I love you, Gail. Okay, so we have drop spots from Maui to Washington, D.C. We're in over 700 drop spots throughout the United States, centralized in the Midwest. You can go to edgemagazine.net, and that's how you can go to our website and you can subscribe. It says magazine and subscribe. Subscriptions are $33 a year. It basically covers our postage. And retreats. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you can also go to edgemagazine.net and then look up retreats. And then you can you'll see the different experiences. I think it's experiences. Oh my gosh, you guys, when I'm thinking in numbers and colors, it's hard to think about where my website is. I will pull it up and pop back in after you're talking.
Actually,
the Edge Magazine.
It's in the description box, everybody. I've got it down in the
Thank
description
you.
box. Her
awesome.
Her email address or her website, I think it is what I've got in there. But
you can also email me. Just email me, and I answer all my emails. Oh, there
you go.
Look at that! You just manifested that. Kelly at edgemagazine.net, and the Kauai retreat's about half full, and so is the Sedona one, and we're gonna. Nina loves it. We're going stargazing, you guys. Like, it's one of the big things, and I'm like, stargazing Sedona, like, right, and then Hawaii.
Well, I want to know about Arkansas. You're naming these big ones. Arkansas is the one that's at first, right?
Arkansas is in August.
In August.
No,
and
September.
In September. And where is that?
Mount Ida area. We're going to go to Lake. I always say it wrong. Wachita? Oh, I'm going to say it wrong. It's the big crystal lake. It's the big crystal lake.
That's where my crystal shaman is from.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah, and I've got some others down there too. It's amazing. The crystal.
We're going with Dr. Dan. Oh, the energy is great. We go with Dr. Dan Matthews, who is barely human, and then Teri Peterson does breath work. So there's just a lot. I mean, it's a great. I've done it once before, and I'm going for most of it. I have to leave a little early because I have Art on the Edge, one of our events the following week that I have to, run. So I have to go and be a part of the human logistics of that. But yeah, Arkansas is great. We're gonna go crystal digging. Last time we went, we got a pocket with Bobby at I think it was Twin Falls, where you can get the crystals. Big. You guys, this is horrible. I can't even think.
That's okay.
This is from
you a question.
my crystal shaman. This, I don't know if you can see their face or not. And then they have another. This is for channeling, but that might be part of the energy going on here. This is from Arkansas, and I
Yeah.
just did a meditation with it and activated it. So
So,
Oh, don't put it back. Bring it, keep it back. Keep it.
no,
Oh,
it's
wait, I
it's
won't-
right
won't
next
be
to
it's
me.
right there
Okay,
beside
then
you.
we're fine. I'm
Yeah.
like, don't put it in another room. This is too
Oh
much
no, no,
fun,
no,
right?
no. This is almost always right next to me.
So,
Yeah.
so Kelly,
And the water's great.
so what's gonna when you're this retreat? What is happening in this retreat? Of course, we know you're doing going for the rocks and stones and things like that. But what can you tell us a little bit? What people might be interested in? They now finally got the location. So, what are they going to do? What can they expect during the retreat?
It's Teri is a breath guru. She is a breath. I can't call her a practitioner. Teri and breath is just like hand in hand and amazing. So it's going into the water. It's being in the energy. I think we're gonna go to the baths. We're gonna go a lot of crystal digging, a lot of breath work, and just coming in to that energy of the lake and the crystals and just absorbing it in. She brings in this organic chef who does like this most amazing vegetarian, fresh food. And we're just renting an Airbnb and just breathing and planetary grid work and alignment and Dr. Dan. And then I'm going to walk around as a psychic medium and check in with people. And then we're going to breathe a little bit more. And then we're going to go get some more crystals. And then we're going to wash, rinse, and repeat.
So, is there a cap number of people that can go?
20. We really like 20. 20 is the cap on all of our events. And because you can still give the personal touch,
Right.
you can still have that one-on-one connection. Because if someone, I mean, like we know right now in the world, people are very mindful of their spend of time, their spend of energy, their spend of who they want to spend time with. And all three of these retreats are really being curated and crafted with love.
It's beautiful.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any questions about that?
Where
Well,
are you going to be
Arkansas.
are you going to be in Maui? Is that what you said?
Kauai. We're going to be in
Kauai, that's
Kauai.
right.
That's in February, right? So that one is with, get this. We're going with Amber, who does Akashic Records and plant medicine. And then we have Julie, who is a astrologer and reflexologist. And by the way, is retiring in 5 days as a band teacher after 35 years. So
Wow.
she we're coming together. We found this beautiful property a block and a half off the beach. So we're basically going to have like our own private beach. And it's like this compound with a private pool and multiple homes. And we're going to, we're crafting that as we speak in real time. Both ladies have property on island. So we actually, Katya, which is she owns the crystal shop that Julie goes to. We're going to do some private crystal shopping. Just a lot of, we're not local, but we're doing it as close to locals as we can with a local experience. We're going to dive into Hawaiian history. We're going to dive into aloha. We're really going to have, we're going to allow a little window of touristy time, but this is really coming in and feeling the energy of the islands, feeling the energy of the Lemurians, everybody like here, there, and everywhere, dialing in with the crystals, and then just I'm so excited. I was saying in a couple of the meetings, the planning meetings the other day, and I was like, I want to go to these retreats. And both people were like, well, you are.
Yeah.
Of
And
course.
we're gonna need you. Yeah. I love the experiences. And I've run a couple of retreats, and I always like to partner with people. And partnering to me in collaborations is really key, because it's kind of like someone has the peanut butter and I have the jelly. Let's go find the bread and let's just go have a lot of fun. And you bring in different perspectives. Our Sedona retreat with Nina, she's guided, I think, 10 retreats in Sedona before. And she is just this amazing, wise woman that makes me want to be a better person. You know, those people that you hang out with that you're like, you're so cool. So Sedona is going to be, and that we're doing it over the 11/11 portal. I mean, it's going to open up and just say and then at 11/11 on 11/11 we're going to be at, I think it's the Shine Sanctuary, doing a sacred I think cacao and some other beautiful ceremonies. So like come in if you're curious at all. We're planning so much fun, and our price points are extremely, extremely fair. You basically show up, and we'll take care of you from there.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Sedona is so much fun and so much crystalline energy in all the spaces that you're talking about. That's just hums. It's like you're almost dizzy when you walk through those areas.
Right. Well, I did Mount Shasta last summer,
Yeah.
and that was funny. I was telling Gail that I went there, and I was like, I went to a local, and I was like, who are the blue guys? Who are the blue guys here? Now I'm leading the retreat, and I totally zoned out on who are the blue guys. And yeah, Mount Shasta feels like an oil change, and it is such amazing energy, and we had so many experiences, and it was just fantastic. And I think, doesn't Mount Shasta connect with Sedona and Hawaii? I mean, aren't there not, I don't know if it's ley lines, but there's some sort of energetic connection. And how I'm doing Mount Shasta last year, Sedona, and then Kauai, all within a year.
Often talk about the connection of the underground waterways between all the things. Places.
Yeah. Everything's connected. There's a lot of cave systems, and as well as ley lines, crystalline energy, and the light grid.
We travel above Earth, and they travel underneath it, which is much more efficient.
Yeah. It goes pretty deep. Interesting that you pulled all those beautiful places together. Do you feel like there's more cities? I feel like there's different areas that are coming alive. I mean, they've always been alive, but maybe we're noticing them. How do you feel about that? And can you name any?
Absolutely. Asheville, North Carolina has been kind of whispering lately. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Then we're going to have to thank you for that because that's been.
Well, Asheville is known to be the metaphysical place of the South, or not of the South, of the East Coast. So
I'm a Midwestern girl. Who knew? Okay. Well, Asheville. Right.
Yeah, that's a big metaphysical place.
Well, I need to get the magazine down there. Right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Jackson, Wyoming, and the Grand Tetons have some energy. I don't really know what to do with that one yet. But I have family out there, and every time I've been out there, it just feels really powerful and really amazing. I remember going to Devil's Tower in Wyoming, and I'm just kind of like, okay, wow, what's going on here? You know what's really interesting, and I think that where the edge is going to really find its not only its flow but have the impact is places like Fargo, North Dakota, Omaha, Sioux Falls. A lot of these, as we call Minneapolis the flyover cities, the city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people think of New York and Chicago and LA, and they're like, boom, done. There's all these beautiful cities where I think there were historic, religious, or cultural beliefs that people are now kind of looking around going, there's more. So I'm seeing growth in some of those mid-market cities, and I'm seeing a lot of curiosity. I actually helped so Minnesota, up Iron Range. I was invited to do the gallery, psychic gallery speaker in the Iron Range, and it was in the smaller venue, but there was a line out the door before we started with the show, and it had a vendor expo, so there was 20 vendors in there, and these people came in, and they went from table to table to table to table and spent hours at this, just drinking it in and drinking in the energy and drinking in the knowledge and the crystals, and this does this, and Florida water does that, and sage can do that, and you can do energy work, and you can touch your third eye. What? So those are the people that I really feel that I'm going to be able to impact the most. And then, I mean, getting to know people from all over the world is amazing, and I'm grateful. But I think those smaller markets, whether it's in the United States and beyond, we're getting a lot more people on our website and following our shows in Brazil and the UK and Germany and Australia. And I think there's a lot of people that are really curious, and they're remembering. They're remembering who they are.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to move the question a little bit more to you personally on what you do. And do you have sessions and things like that you meet people?
I do. I work with people one-on-one. And my little part of the business is called You've Got Kelly because I don't really know. I don't want to put a label on me, but you sit in front of me and I open up my Mary Poppins carpet bag and we could be looking at a P&L and strategizing on a business. And then I can say, oh, your grandmother just popped in. You want to talk? And then, oh, there's your dog from when you were little. And then, hey, I have my yellow brick road that glows and I can give insight on what's going on in their life and their world. So sessions with me, I've actually had clients say that an hour to 2 hours with me was the equivalent of a year in therapy. And we received so much. And I love working with people that are working with a team because I'm a great amplifier for it. And then to be able
You're
to
talking about it.
dial.
Let everybody know what you mean by team.
Oh, ooh, I do have to clarify on this show. Well, they're guides here, there, and everywhere, but psychologists or doctors or therapists or coaches or whatever. I believe that we all I invite people to surround yourselves with people that people here, there, and everywhere. Oh my gosh, I'm saying it like multi-layer. To just ask for help and improve themselves. That's probably and be curious and ask questions. And I love that. But so yes, I do one-on-one sessions and yeah, it's fun. You two are so powerful and I am just like I'm just buzzing right here right now today. Oh my gosh. And I've only had 2 cups of coffee, so I can't blame that.
So what else would you like to share with people about yourself? I mean, the sessions that you're talking about, when did you come into your own on able to do sessions, and what is it that exactly? I mean, you call yourself a psychic medium, correct?
That's a label for it because
It's
that's
a top label. I know it's a top label for it
right.
because for me, I think everybody is a medium, and everything comes under it. Either you're a tarot reader, you're a Akashic record, or whatever. Oh, that it all comes under your medium, and whatever
Right.
way you just decide to use your talents in which way you want to go. I think it all comes under that heading. But that's my personal opinion.
I'm a Swiss Army knife when it comes to all of those things. I'm curious about tarot cards. I'm curious about different modalities, but what I'm really blessed in the middle of the edge is our directory. And a lot of people and publishers will put their directory at the back of their magazine. I put it right in the center because they're their center and they're our foundation. And we have people from all over the world in our directory. And if someone wants a very talented, gifted Akashic Records reader, I can dabble a little bit, but if they want to dive deep, I am so blessed to be able to refer them out to people in our directory. So that's why I call myself the Swiss Army knife when it comes
And
to
when she's talking about the directory, she's talking about the directory of the Edge magazine.
the Edge magazine. Yep, in the middle of it. And then it's also online as well, edgedirectory.net. We have a bunch of different really trusted practitioners on it. How did I come into mine? Okay, fun story. I bet you're shocked. I went and saw, I was getting my hair done, and Mackenzie was I'm downtown Minneapolis. So I'm in the suburbs and I'm going to downtown. I'm getting my hair done. And she's, this is 20 plus years ago. And she is all these different colors in her hair and she's all tatted up. And so she's like a rock and roll, really super cool chick. And she's doing my hair and she's like, Kelly, you need to meet Maureen. And I'm like, who's Maureen? She's like, oh, she's my personal psychic medium. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, doesn't everybody need their own personal psychic medium? So she connected me and she had like a wait list of like 6 months. So I just kind of made the appointment and just went, okay, that's cool. And then I got to meet her. And I'm curious at this time, and I'm like, I'm a knower, so I could know what music is going to be on the radio before it comes on. I've always like seen something or known the words to something that people were just about to say. Those were some of the that I've been playing with for years. I just thought everybody had it. And I just thought, oh, I'm really good at marketing and I can see what people want. And I just chalked it up to that. So I'm in the session with Maureen and she starts doing like all these different things, dialing in. And I'm like, I just want to talk to my dead grandmother. Seriously, that's all I want to do. Just let me talk to Baba and then I'm fine. I just wanted confirmation that all was good. She's like, hold on. There's an aspect of yourself that needs to come in. And, oh, okay, here's your wife from a couple lives ago. And she's holding a key and she's been waiting for you. And she's like, God, it took you way too long to get here. She's been waiting and patient. Like, I guess she's like tapping her foot like, oh my gosh, it's go time. She's finally here. And then she starts, and then they connect. And then she starts doing energy work on me. And then I'm like, could we just, and she's doing like all these amazing things. I'm like, could we just talk to my grandma? Like Kelly in the 3D is starting to get impatient. And then my grandma comes in and says something like, I love you, or like something really vague that you'd like see in a TV show. And I'm like, ha ha. I was just like, okay, like great. It was, and I looked at Marie and I was like, well, I never have to do this again. And she's like, wow, I've never had any respond to a session with me like that. So I pack up and I leave and I'm like, da, 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 da. I get into my car and I shut the door and it was like I had the download just happen and Pandora's box just opened. It was like all on. And it was like, okay, now what do I do?
Wow.
And then I reached out to Marie and I was like, okay, so I told you that I never needed to see you again. But after I got in the car, it totally changed. And then I started doing yoga, like, right. And I was into the movement of yoga and then the chanting at the end. And then I just started to get more and more curious about, I was like, I have no religious programming. We went to church on Christmas Eve because my mom liked the music. Like that was all. I did not have that. So for me to open up and be curious about all of this was it just kind of naturally unfolded rather than like having to go through all this red tape. I guess the best thing is the red tape. My husband will say that he's a proud recovering Catholic. So he had a lot of that training and a lot of that I never had. So I just jumped in curiously and I just started working with Maureen and Wings of Freedom and going to group work and then started just taking classes. And I'm one of those teachers that don't teach. So I've taken all these different classes and I'm just like, okay, that was fun. But ancestral clearing and a lot of energy work. Then I went and did then someone was like, do you want to learn Reiki? And I was like, okay, let's go. So I was just a girl that I just kept saying yes. And I just kept saying yes and yes and yes. So I'm Reiki attuned. I am not a Reiki master in any way, shape, or form. I am practicing every single day. And one of the newest things that I've added over the last year is rose healing. So roses are the highest vibrational plant on the planet.
I didn't know that.
They are. So that's, and just go buy yourself some roses today. Everybody watching, go buy yourself some roses today. And like,
unless you have allergies.
Unless you have allergies, then don't do that. Then get some like rose oil or you can do that, but great. So you can do Reiki with roses. And, yep, I can tell this story. I had a client who was,
I got to step away for a minute.
Okay.
It is pouring down rain and my back door's open.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Go get it. Go get it.
Go get it. Yeah.
That's
So
a
rose
lot.
healing and it just has been, you're on the table and you do healing and the client picks their roses. So they make that connection. And
I do my Reiki with crystals.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? People are bringing in their own modalities with other modalities until we're owning what we do. It's not another modality, somebody else's or a name anymore.
Okay. You like crystals, Teri.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me more about you and your crystals.
Oh,
I'm sorry. They're distracting me. That's why I'm like, we charge the edge. We get our palette.
Yeah.
We have a quartz crystal that's that large. And we charge all of our magazines with quartz crystals, and they're all blessed. So all the subscribers, they're hand blessed with Reiki energy. And then Steve has a white sacred geometry all throughout the magazine. So I've been told that they're going to be sacred artifacts. So like, we charge our magazines with crystals. That's how cray we are.
I love that. And I think you'll find most of the family here, everybody that comes in from all over is like that. They're really well versed in crystals and stones and whatnot, and inner earth and the light grid as well. So yeah, an amazing group.
Oh, they are. I can just feel their energy and their love and their vibration. It is so beautiful.
Lovely. Yeah, the chat is amazing here.
Did you see this Windorilla's statement here?
I did not. Go ahead and bring it up.
So she's saying, I've always liked crystals, gems, semi-precious stones, but have never felt an energy connection to them, which I'm not real sure how to even comment. I wanted to kind of get your opinion, ladies, here, because I've always had a connection to them. So I'm not really sure how to even respond to that. Do y'all have any idea what to say?
Well,
hold on. I'll get my crystal that I just got out. Let me see if it connects with anything. Hello, dialing in.
Right. Everybody has a different connection, and your perception of your connection is going to be different than anybody else's. We're all individuals that fit into the interconnectedness. So your own genius is how you connect. It might be by a shell. It might be by a rock. It might just be by starlight or stardust. So, so how you do it is the right way. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not.
Well, the fact that she likes them, I think there's a frequency just right there.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, that's just my humble, crazy Kelly opinion. But the fact, at least this person didn't go, oh my gosh, crystals are horrible. I run from them. They're like, yeah, I'm kind of curious. Okay. I would invite this person to be curious with the crystals. And just,
I was going to say, you do hear men talk about that when they're wanting to date somebody who is into crystals, and they're calling, oh, we're dating a crystal person, they'll sometimes react to it negatively because it gives a connotation of who that person is.
I called my insurance agent after I purchased my last big blue lapis because I did. And he's like, you want to insure what? And I'm like, it's a big rock. It's a big rock and it was expensive. And then he was like, okay, we'll just cover it in the homeowners policy. Like, he didn't know how to get off the phone with me faster when I called my insurance agent to insure some of my crystals.
I love that. Kelly, I have to ask, how big is your big rock?
Which one?
My
lapis.
Uh-huh. Oh, how stunning.
I'll tell you the story of it. It's a good one.
Or did they insure it first?
Yeah, they put it under the homeowners insurance. Well, and it's funny, it's museum quality. I mean, it's that cool. So I was at my local rock shop, and I'd saw it for years. So anytime I'd check out, and it was way out of my price. I mean, you can buy a car for how much some of these crystals are. We all know that, right? And and my husband, like, if I would come home with, it would be like, it's one of those things that you can get, like, if you get a bonus at work or something like that. But even then, it's like, I'm going to go do this. So every time I went to the crystal store, even if I was just buying, some citrine or whatever, I'd walk over to it and I'd put my hands on it. If it wasn't so heavy, I'd go get it right now. I'd put my hands on it and I would just say, hello, friend. And it was just like, and it's like that thick. So it's like, it's cool. Hello, friend. And I would just check in with it. And it was there. And one day it was gone. And I went to the owner. I was like, you sold my blue lapis. And he was like, yeah, it was time for it to go. It found its owner. And I was like, okay. I was like, I really was emotional. I was like, you sold, but I'm like, he's a small business. He's got to sell his blue lapis. Right? Yeah. I get it. It's totally cool. So then no lie, 6 months later, I'm at a healing with an amazing healer in town who's into blue lapis. Oh, you know where the story's going now. And I walk into his healing room, and I'm like, you have my blue lapis. Like, seriously. And I was like, hello, Fred. And I got all emotional. He's looking at me. He's like, blessed one, this is my blue lapis. This is not your blue lapis. He's one of those guys. And he started collecting, like, I think they're from Afghanistan. Is that where you get them big? He started to go, I think, I forget where the lapis is from. I want to say Afghanistan, but I think it's the Middle East. He started to build his lapis collection, and we're talking lapis. Like,
Oh, wow.
So the one that I was declaring mine, was his baby one. I mean, so it started, but then, I mean, he has all these large ones. So I said goodbye to it, and I was like, oh, I was so happy that it was in his healing room and it was working, and it was honored. Like, I was totally cool with it. 24 hours later, I get a phone call from him. The lapis is yours. It's done with me. It does not want to be here anymore. It rediscovered you. You need to have it. And by the way, you need to come pick it up. And I'm like, Bill, he's like, and I'll give it to you for what I paid for. I'm like, Bill, no, like Bill, it was really nice to see it, but it's not, I'm not there right now. And then for some ungodly reason, my beautiful father-in-law gave out great Christmas checks that year. And I was able to pay for half of it with that. And then I had a little bit of savings, and I did some sessions, and I did a little this and that. And Bill offered a payment program for me. I mean, he was like, you need to come get this. This is not mine anymore. It cannot be in my healing room anymore. You need to come get it. It wants to be with you. And I, within 2 weeks, had it paid off. And I was like, I'm really weird about making sure that I do that. So that I'm like, okay, I have this lapis. What do I do with it? Do I put it on an altar? It did not want to be on an altar. It wants to be by my kitchen sink. So I have a museum quality blue lapis right next to my kitchen sink. And it's by windows and plants, and then I get to see it every day, and I get to touch it, and I say hello to it, and it's fun. So that's my blue lapis story.
Wow.
That's a great
Isn't
story.
that fun?
Was your daughter somewhere involved in that with her manifesting, or?
She could have been.
Yeah.
She could have been. It's really funny. She's a freshman in high school. Okay, let's all just go there for a moment. Freshman in high school.
Yeah.
And I made her play softball for the high school team. My intuition was like, this is going to be really good for her mind, body, spirit for many different reasons. And it was, but it was really hard on her. This chick manifested, this is going to be a terrible season. And it's really funny how when she wants something to go, it would lift. And then when she wanted it to be horrible, she started striking out. She started dropping balls. And I'm just like, stop manifesting what you're doing. Like, she's like, well, I'm trying. I'm like, oh no, you have an undercurrent of what the intentions you've set, and you set that, my lady. And yeah, it's crazy.
Well, this is a great question Isabella has.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I have a strange question. Why are shiny crystals more important than regular rocks? I don't think they are, personally. What do y'all think?
Yeah, no. It's just whatever you're attracted to.
Yeah, Teri even has a whole thing going on with the rocks. She has her attachment to the big rocks, the people rocks. What do you call them? Rock
people.
Rock people.
Oh my
Inner earth beings.
Tell me more.
That's another show, honey.
Okay, I totally get it.
Yeah, but it's and everybody here knows about them. So but the rock people, there's a lot of inner earth beings. So everybody has a different connection. JJ Tuta Speaks, she's been on the channel a few times here on Galactic Gaia, and she is an amazing person that can talk to the rocks as well, and take pictures of them and see their faces and whatnot.
That is beautiful. I have a question about when people take rocks from, let's just say, the beach, and they take them as or sand, and they take it home with them. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I have never had a thought on that until I moved to Mount Shasta, and it was such a no-no to take anything off that mountain unless you replaced it, gave them a gift. If you gave them a gift, you could take it if they allowed you to. But yeah, that was the first I had really experienced how everybody honored that. And I couldn't figure out all the time because at I had an apartment there. It was like a triplex of I was in the center. When I'd come home, I would have rocks placed a lot of times at my door, and I never knew who put them there. So I would not have to collect any. They were just showing up for me at my doorstep. But that was just living in Mount Shasta. Anything can happen there.
Were that the fairies?
I'm sure it was because that's where I was connected to the elementals. It could have been the fairies. And of course I don't know who my fruit flying little people were, what they're called, and I was also very connected to the gnomes. So, but Mount Shasta is where I met the elementals, and as I said, I was getting little gifts like that all the time from somebody, from some beings that were putting rocks for a lot of obsidian because so much obsidian up there.
Yeah.
My mom gave me a bracelet. We were married on Maui, and she gave me this bracelet, and it had this it was sand, but it was condensed into like a little pennant. And I bless my mom. She was trying. Like she was so trying. But I opened it up and the sand was like, get us out of here. We do not want to be here.
Wow.
Somebody took us. It was so angry. So I'm excited to go to Kauai and bring that back
Right.
and
So I was
and
going to
put
ask
that
you,
back.
what is I gave my story, but I didn't hear y'all's opinion on that, taking the sand or the shells or the rocks from their home, basically, and taking them home with you.
Teri, what do you think?
I always believe it's a lot about intention too, but always asking too as well and being grateful. I mean, it's huge. And probably the sand was from like somebody trying to make money in a tourist shop or whatever. And so who knows how they gave thanks for it, but I'm sure you did.
But also, they
So,
probably didn't exchange something for it too.
right, right.
No,
There's that exchange, whether it's energy or giving them something. Like on a lot of times on Maui and at the Big Island, you'll see the stacks of rocks everywhere.
yeah, are they Karens? I forget what they're called.
Something
No,
like that.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, but so important, and you leave that there. You don't touch them, and you certainly don't knock them down. But it's really interesting. Yeah. What do you think, Kelly?
Oh, I
How do you
totally agree.
perceive it?
And it was interesting. My daughter went to Florida and she's like, I'm going to get some seashells. I said, you ask them because they're coming to Minnesota. Like, right. But I like the intention, and I've actually, I've experienced both because before I really became, well, no, I was conscious of it. I'm a water girl. I'm an ocean girl. So when I go to the beach, I just if I'm traveling somewhere where there's a beach, I will drive hours out of the way just so I can go get my feet in the beach and in the water and experience that. But I've grabbed rocks or shells before, and I'll hold their hand. I'll hold them in my hand, and I'll be like, "May I take you with me?" And sometimes they're like, "Nope, but it was really nice to see you." Like, hey, it was cool to check in, right? And then I've had other times where they're like, "Yes, I'd love to come with you," but I'm very, very selective, and I do like the offering, and having that I believe in the equal energy exchange. So I think that's important. I try to leave things as is now. I just bless and thank you. Unless something's really catching my attention and they're like, "Hello, Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Kelly." Then I'll jump in.
See, for me now, because of living there and learning all that, I have in my car all the time. I have little heart shaped, the pink crystal
Rose
rose
quartz.
quartz, and I also have malachite, little pieces of it. That if I see something, I always have a gift to give them, and especially the ocean. If I'm going to the ocean and I want, sometimes I'm just throwing in malachite or a rose quartz. So I've always now, because of living there and knowing that exchange, I've always have something with me all the time whenever that might occur that there's something I want.
Wow.
That's beautiful. I'm gonna
Love
do
that.
Well, it's kind of like when you go Mount Shasta with the fairies, don't you? Isn't it like shiny things and little marshmallows or little sweets or things like that?
Right. I used to always take them. There's a special area that I would go to, a special trail in Mount Shasta that's kind of off the beaten path. People don't really know about it, but and it's where all the fairies were, and they would come visit you, and I would take them little chocolate kisses and put them out for them there. So they would get little chocolate kisses and they would come running. You can see for those things. So, yeah, Mount Shasta taught me a lot about the elementals. Well, we've got some really good comments here.
I'm going to say hi to Kelly from Minnesota. Hi, Kelly
Hey,
McCall.
So anyway, see, Three Shifting Veils is saying that's how she ended up with a Fae attachment once. She picked up a rock from Ireland and brought it home. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let's see who else we have here.
Isabel.
Isabel, yeah. She says, my little rocks asked me to put them with my flowers and plants. And I was going to say that was one of the big things with Mount Shasta, going to the very top where it gets a little barren up there, as taking them flowers. I would take flowers a lot of times up there to them. And they were very gracious and very thankful to have flowers.
Oh.
And it doesn't take much, does it?
No, it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
I did a rose healing at our retreat, and it was the most powerful rose healing ceremony I've ever done. And I was like, oh, it's just the Mount Shasta energy. But now when you're saying that with the flowers, and it was so much fun to go get flowers in Mount Shasta. It was like,
yeah.
Love it.
All right. Well, we're coming up to end here. So, Kelly, before we go, let's go ahead and talk about tell how to get a hold of you, your magazine again, and all this kind of things, and what you do offer for everybody.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Teri and Gail, it was amazing to be on the show, and I'm so grateful, and I really, yes, thank you. Okay, I'm Kelly. I'm Kelly from The Edge. So edgemagazine.net is our website. Look for the magazine if you'd like to subscribe. We are a small husband and wife team, so we appreciate all of the subscriptions. And like we said today, every subscription gets blessed and hand-mailed. And drop spots all throughout the country, which is just an honor. We're growing, and it's a great next. If I'm able to come back, I'll tell you guys the story about sending a subscription to a prison in Florida, and the mother thought she was subscribing to a gaming magazine. Yes, there's an edgemagazine.com is a gaming magazine, and her son wanted the gaming magazine and got the Edge instead, and it was funny. It was a good one, but I touched 8 other people that were incarcerated, and I received letters from all of them thanking them for the Edge magazine. So that is amazing that we're able to touch that way. So edgemagazine.net, private sessions. I a psychic medium. I work in person. I work remotely, and my email address is Kelly KELLY at edgemagazine.net. And our retreats. If you any information, reach out to me. Just say that you saw me on the Galactic Gaia show, and we'll work something special out. I didn't even think about that. I'm on the fly, so if you do that, we'll work out a special offering for you. That. Then we also have our experiences. Minneapolis. We have July 25th is Maple Grove Expo, the 11th year. We're already sold out of our vendor fair. We have speakers from all over. And then we have our Sioux Falls is in August 8th. And then my personal favorite is Art on the Edge, which is our 5th year. And it's September 19th. And it's in a park in Minneapolis. And we have thousands of people that come. And it is a metaphysical musicians, metaphysical food trucks. We had mandalas for a year, but now we're on this cobblestone streak, so we can't do it. But just all these different vendors from all over the walks of life in the Minneapolis area. So we have that, and then we have the retreats. So Terry Peterson's is in September, and that is in Arkansas. Again, crystals, breathing, Dr. Dan, me, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then we have the Sedona retreat, and that is Wild Grace Retreats, Sedona, Sedona, November 8th through 13th. And then we also have the Aloha Retreat is in Kauai, and that is February 20th and 27th. If you go on to edgemagazine.net, you can see it in the retreats area, but think also in the digital copy, there is that and the QR codes to the websites. Kelly at edgemagazine.net. And it was a flippin' honor to be on here today.
Aw, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelly. Teri, do you need to say anything? What's your next show?
Actually, Annie Bear Seven Feather and I are doing something on Monday.
Oh,
So,
okay. I'm
yeah,
doing
what
something
about you?
on Monday also with Hayden Crawford.
Oh, I love Hayden.
I know.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks, moderators, for making this a safe place for us to come together and talk. And we will see you later. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Teri, for being here. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Thank you.